Double file up front, 3, whoa, watch out, they're 4 wide again. We've seen it earlier, can they make it stick in turn 3? No, is the answer.
Kicks box in the 43. Joshua Shine in the 28. And Corbin Cannon, shotgun on the field in the number 9 car. 20 laps the distance. The final outlaw race of the evening, or the final bandolero race of the evening. The Outlaws and Carson Sherman gets the upper hand down into turns 1 and 2.
Just to be clear, it's also the final outlaw race of the evening, too.
That too, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was right before I corrected myself for being right.
Oh, it's a good time here at America's Home for Racing. We love to have a lot of fun, and Carson Sherman's having fun leading this race on lap number 1. What he's not having fun with is trying to deal with that guy to his left elbow, Landon Thrasher. Again, just pick it up right where he left off earlier. To the point, Landon Thrasher here on lap number 2. Now Carson Sherman has got to find a way around him yet again. The good news is he's got 18 laps to figure it out. The bad news is that might mean Landon Thrasher runs away at that point.
Yeah, Landon Thrasher has been so good. The driver out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, has just been the man to beat in this division. And Thrasher sets the pace down into turn number 3. Carson Sherman does a great job. Had a chance to talk with Carson and his dad down in Kenly, North Carolina. They were down there for the North Carolina Speed Week down at Southern National Motorsport Park and stayed in the same hotel. I love waking up in a hotel and seeing race cars in the parking lot. Comes from sprint car chasing, love that. And this time it was a bandolero. Carson and his dad working on the car, got to talk to him and shared with me their success down in Atlanta and how they hope to come to Charlotte and have success. And I'll say he's done a nice job, had a win earlier this season. And Carson Sherman, set aside that 55 car, Carson Sherman has certainly been one of the drivers to beat here each and every week.
Yeah, Sherman has been good, no doubt. Speaking of cars in the parking lot, Steve, you'll never believe this. I didn't believe it. Went down to Echo Park Speedway a few weeks ago for Thursday Thunder, the same weekend as the Cup race. I'm driving by one of the shopping centers, and what's in the parking lot? A Cup car. No, not a show car. The actual hauler and the team with the actual race car in the parking lot. Like you, I was like, I thought only sprint car teams did that. I was wrong.
That is cool. That is cool. Chase Spalding making a cool move to the low side of Ryland Spake. This is the battle for the 4th spot. Spalding in that number 39 car has been really good. Lots of top 4 finishes, has not got a win yet. Riding in the 4th spot right now. Ryland Spake runs in 5th. Jackson Jones runs in the 6th spot. James Monolo runs in position number 7. Penelope Carlisle runs 8. Corbin Cannon 9th from the back of the field. So some good runs going on back here. And Tony, I'm telling you, we talk about Landon Thrasher. One thing he's not doing is not getting away from Carson Sherman.
I was just watching lap time, Steve, and I don't know what Carson Sherman has learned, but this is now 3 consecutive laps that Carson Sherman has been faster than Landon Thrasher, and not by a little bit either. Problem is, Landon Thrasher's in the way at this point. If you're Carson Sherman, you've either got to get around him or dunk his back bump or something. I mean, you got to do something. And that time, maybe for the first time in 3 or 4 laps, he lost a little bit of ground, did Carson Sherman, but I'm not sure what he's learning, but class is in session behind Landon Thrasher. That's the bad news when you're the leader, Steve. Everybody gets to see what you're doing, and they can maybe make their car better by changing their line, changing their acceleration points, doing something different behind the wheel. And you got to do it, though, for another 10 laps for Carson Sherman. That time he lost another 10 for Landon Thrasher.
Yeah, halfway down, halfway to go the last time by, and Thrasher started to hit his stride right now, so he's got about 4 car lengths on Sherman. Jack Smith doing a nice job in that number 9 car, running in the 3rd spot. Smith has a 3rd place run opening night, I believe it was here, so looking to get back on that proverbial podium that we don't have here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but he is running in that 3rd spot, and he's looking awful quick as well, as he's got his sights set on Carson Sherman.
Yeah, most of the fields, to give you an idea, they're in the 18.9s, if they're lucky, 19 flats for the most part. All these top 3 drivers are in the 18.7s consistently. They are, oh, watch out, turn 2. The announcer's curse strikes again today. Jack Smith had a top 3 run going, and around he goes over in turn 2 for the Pro Fabrication caution.
Carson Sherman, Ryland Spake, James Monolo, Corbin Cannon, green lights are on. That one looks significantly better as they make their way down into turns 1 and 2.
Double file up front. 3, whoa, watch out, they're 4 wide again. We've seen it earlier. Can they make it stick in turn 3? No is the answer. They tried really hard. They might get rolling again. In fact, they do, and we stay green. Miraculous attempt at 4 wide in the quarter mile, but that means up front, Landon Thrasher has a huge lead. New second place runner Jackson Jones. Monolo is up battling for 3rd. There's a bunch of new players up front in this one.
Yeah, Hasse is up there in that 48 car having a really good run. Carson Sherman on the comeback trail on the outside in that blue and white number 9 car after that little dust up over in turn number 4. Sherman gets around Carson Cobble, and he's trying to rally back, but boy, I'm telling you what, we talked about this with Brexton Busch. You don't give Brexton much distance, and you don't give Landon Thrasher much distance, and when you're running 4 wide and wad up a couple of cars chasing him down, that just opens the door for Landon Thrasher to really put on a show, and he stepped out on this thing.
Yeah, he has stepped out, Steven. The scary part for Landon Thrasher is this is all note-taking at this point. When it comes down to national championships or anything else, he's got the maximum amount of points before he gets here in September. This is all about pride, trophies, and getting a notebook for the Bandolero Nationals coming here in September, and that's bad news for the competition because that double nickel is exceptionally quick. Not just here, Steve, but everywhere he races, whether it be at Nashville in his home track, Highland Rim up in that neck of the woods, or anywhere else he goes, Landon Thrasher has been the force to be reckoned with in the Outlaws so far this season.
He really has been, no doubt about it. Nick Bubbles Bronson has the white flag in the air. One more trip around the quarter mile for Thrasher. He takes that car off the front straightaway down into turn number 1, brings it up off from turn number 2. Landon Thrasher sets that car into turn number 3. Thrasher looking strong. Win number 7, I believe it is, on the season. Here he comes down to the stripe. Landon Thrasher does it again here at Charlotte. Jackson Jones, James Monolo, Carson Sherman, and Carson Cobble, your front 5.